Well, I just got out of Treasury and read through the budget papers. The bad news is that Tony Abbott has broken his election promise. He said there would be no cuts at all to the ABC or to the SBS. Sadly, there have been. The good news is that those cuts are 1%. Now, just a few weeks ago, media commentators were talking about cuts of 3% or even much more. So in the context of this budget, I think we've done very well. And in no small part, that's thanks to the huge amount of public pressure that GetUp members have brought to bear.
In one of GetUp's biggest campaign efforts to date, more than 300,000 Australians stepped up to protect our ABC.
We were loud, we were persistent, and we were smart, targeting key decision makers in ways they couldn't ignore.
Tens of thousands of Aussies chipped in to put ads in the newspaper and high-profile billboards in strategic electorates.
We also funded a hard-hitting TV ad calling out Tony Abbott's broken promise.
You cannot say one thing before an election,
no cuts to the ABC or SBS,
and do the opposite afterwards.
We took the campaign online, taking over social media with the hashtag #OurABC.
We rallied high-profile ambassadors to spread the word of our campaign.
Australians trust the ABC to deliver fair and accurate news and current affairs.
The ABC creates iconic, high-quality Australian content, and we Australians relate to that.
We gathered in our thousands in Sydney and Melbourne to show our leaders a huge groundswell of support.
Thank you so much for being here.
If you want great stories told on your television, it will only happen through the ABC networks.
It is a constant pillar of the Australian local music scene.
You go ahead and cut the ABC budget, but don't be surprised if a whole lot of people call you a liar.
We're going to have to get loud, and we're going to have to show our support for the ABC like never before.
As a mum with a toddler, I just find ABC for Kids invaluable.
I first heard the ABC anthem when I was in kindergarten.
ABC.
It's the sound and voice of Australia.
Over 2,000 Australians in 65 electorates around the country turned out to deliver the petition to their MPs.
Good morning, Mr. Hockey.
Including the officers of Malcolm Turnbull,
Julie Bishop,
and Tony Abbott.
What do we want?
Then on budget day, we took your messages of support for the ABC in a way that our politicians couldn't ignore.
Thanks to the 250,000 people who signed the petition around Australia with one simple message: Tony Abbott, keep your word.
Now, the value of public broadcasting is self-evident. It adds diversity, it's an independent voice, it brings scrutiny to politicians and to other people in power.
And we need to protect public broadcasting because it's an essential part of democratic accountability.
Tony, keep your word. No cuts to the ABC.
You've been incredible. Over 250,000 of us have been part of this campaign over the last year. And now is no time to stop. Tonight shows that ABC and SBS are still in the firing line, and we still have to fight to protect our public broadcasters from these threats. So up until the next election, let's keep this campaign going and make sure that everybody knows about Tony Abbott's broken promises. Thank you so much for being part of the campaign so far. Let's keep it up.
Well done, everybody. Big cheer. Thank you so much.